Hello and welcome to an Ultimate Server build. So today I'm going to be just showing you how, or what components I have that I'm going to be putting into my server. So the server is just going to be mainly a NAS server, so I've got 4 Western Digital red drives. So these are the new NAS grade drives. They use enterprise grade level hardware, and these are going to be awesome because they're silent, they're nice and cool, and they're a little bit faster than that green drive, and there are a lot of other reasons, but I'll get to that in a second. For the motherboard, I went with, close the box up. Anyway, I went with an ASUS P8H77i motherboard. It's a mini ITX motherboard, and the reason I got it was for the 6 SATA ports. So that's 2 SATA 6 gigabit per second ports. I'll switch the camera around so I can see what I'm doing. So 2 SATA 6 gigabit per second ports, and 4 SATA 3 gigabit per second ports. So I'll just get that out for you. You can see that fine. So here we got the 2 SATA 6 gigabit per second ports and 4 SATA 3 gigabit per second ports. 2 DIMM slots, so that's 16 gigs of memory max. 24 pin power, and 1 PCI 3.0 port. This runs at 16x, so that's all well and good. Got a few fan headers here, and the support for 1155. So that's all the way up to the new Ivy Bridge unlocked processors if you want to go that way. I would not recommend overclocking on this board because there's not much of a heatsink for this VRM, which is the power for the CPU. In terms of I/O, we've got, you can see that, I hope, a PS2 combo mouse and keyboard, 2 USB 2.0 ports, HDMI out, DVI out, VGA, 2 USB 3.0 ports on the back, 4 USB 2.0 ports, Realtek audio, and just some cheap as audio, really. I mean, if you want to get a good, if you want to be gaming on this machine, you're going to want to get the deluxe version of this motherboard. I went with this one because it had the 6 gigabit, the 6 SATA ports. The other one didn't, only had 4, and then there was 2 eSATA ports, and I wanted a lot of hard drives. As you can see, there's 4 of them over. You can't see it probably. So, for process, I went with the 3570, so just an i5. And because I'm not going to be doing any video editing on this machine. And for my other machine, I got a 240 gig SSD, 520 series, so that's all good. For RAM, I went with some Corsair Vengeance, 16 gig at 1600 megahertz. OS, I went with Windows 7, even though Windows 8 was released today. I know it's sad. I'll also adjust the camera so you can see what power supply I got. Come on, there we go. So for the power supply, it's over there, and it is quite heavy. So I'll just move the motherboard box out of the way for you. And this can just go there for now. Oh, I also got a small. Keyboard, just to boot it up and do all that with. But for the power supply, I went with a Corsair AX 850 watt. You always want to go for a more beefier power supply, just that extra power. And if you decide to go with like a video card or whatnot, you want that extra bit of power, and so you don't run into any problems with overhauling with them, overpowering them. For the cooler, I got a, get up in the box there, an Antec, what model was this again? Kulor, where's the model number? Oh my god, I forgot the number. Oh, 620. There we go. So that's a smaller one. I could have gone with a Corsair H70, which has done the same thing, but this thing comes with some nice software that enables you to turn down the radiator and stop the flow and all that other stuff, so it makes it nice and quiet. And for the case, I'm not going to show it to you because there's a light in the way. I got the Fractal designed Node 304, mainly due to its awesome way of power supply mounting. So you drop the hard drives into this thing here. So Fractal design. You drop the hard drives into here, one by one, so side to side. And they have anti-vibration pads, so that stop anything. This is also quite strong, like, there's not much flex to it, but nice, good metal. So I am really quite happy with this build. I mean, when I build it, I'll do a full completion video, but just a quick run through again. ASUS PH H77 motherboard here, i5 processor, Corsair Vengeance RAM, Intel SSD or my old secondhand OCZ SSD, and that's all there is to it. And just for the monitor, I'm using just an old Dell. I mean, it's not going to be connected to much, and it's not going to be used as a workstation. It's going to be sitting there streaming media and things like that. I'll also do a few FTP videos and how to set up file sharing and all that things like that. Also to note, I have 4 of these hard drives in here, the Western Digital Red. And just another quick look. Western Digital Red. Same kind of form factor as any other hard drive, just in a NAS kind of enterprise grade level. So this shall be awesome. I really thank you for watching this, and I hope you subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for more tech and computer videos.